books. Can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam. It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover. That's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
Major line move.
All right, from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas, this is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Sunday, April 19th. We're ready for a great sports betting day, including NBA basketball action, continuing here with 4 more games on Sunday after we opened the playoffs yesterday. We've also got 4 games on the ice today, so great first round matchups here. Also, Major League Baseball, full slate of games here, culminating in Sunday Night Baseball. So, hey, we've got our 3 big sports of the spring here going on strong here on Sunday. But hey, hope you joined us last night for the great coverage of UFC Winnipeg. Man, what a finish, what a night it was over there with our main event. We had Mike Malott with the win last night over Gilbert Burns, sent Gilbert Burns into retirement there with his 5th straight loss. And Burns got a nice ovation from the Canadian fans, but they were celebrating Malott's victory. He won his 4th straight fight there last night, winning that welterweight bout. We had a pretty fun night with the guys here on the Sports Money Network. I saw some crazy things in there. I saw some draws, saw some controversial scoring as well, and still a fun night was had by all here on the Sports Money Network. Hopefully you were able to join us here yesterday and have a great time with us, and we'll have a great time here today on the show. Let's get it rolling here and talk some sports betting with you here on Sunday. We'll also recap some of the other action. Hey, we got some steam. We got some baseball steam going on. Is that right? Here we go. Let's get into it right away. Just coming across the high-speed sports wire here. The Orioles and the Guardians are getting steamed right now to the under in this one. Boy, I can get behind that. That's what I like. I mean, I don't lines going away here, but the 7s are disappearing, and we're down to 6.5 under 20 in a battle of left-handers. 6.5 over 20. A battle of left-handers. Trevor Rogers, Cantillo, and that one's on the move here right now to the under. Now we're all seeing 6.5s across the board. Juice to the over, but it was 7 before, no doubt about it. This game has just been hit and is moving here currently with the under here with Rogers and Cantillo, the Orioles and the Guardians. So we're seeing some steam to the under there. Just in here to the morning steam. We'll keep you posted if any other moves come up here. All right. And let's go ahead and take a look at some of the action here from yesterday. We're going to recap the games here before we get rolling, including the NBA final scores from yesterday. And it was Cavaliers beating the Raptors 126-113. Man, we were on the Raptors. I was on the Raptors here as Cleveland blows them out by 13 points. Spider Mitchell, 32 points in that one. It was the third quarter that Cleveland pulled away with 36-22 edge, and they shot 50% from 3. Toronto was decent too. They shot nearly 50% as well from 3-point range, but they just couldn't keep up there They were getting just 8 points, lost by 13. Nuggets over the Timberwolves, 116-105. We did score there with the under here on the show as Nikola Jokic scored 25 points, 13 rebounds, and 11 assists for a triple-double. Jamal Murray, 30 points, including a perfect 16 of 16 from the foul line. The Nuggets outscored Minnesota in the key third quarter, 29-17. Knicks over the Hawks here, 113-102. Just missed there on the over yesterday. I went over in that one, missed it by a point and a half. Jalen Brunson, 28 points, 7 assists. Cat had 19 of his 25 in the second half. CJ McCollum, 26 for Atlanta. They are still alive, man. They've won 20 of their last 26 games. I thought they would give the Knicks a battle yesterday. I guess they did, but still came up short with the spread. And also it was the Lakers, 117-98 over the Rockets as Lakers shot over 60% from the field. No Doncic, no Reeves, but it was LeBron James leading the way for the Lakers. KD was a late scratch there, and we were on the air with the guys when that news came across. Saw that line drop from 5 to 2.5, with the news that Durant would be out. And we were on the Lakers anyways there. Yesterday, we also scored with the under here on the show. So 2-2 with my NBA picks yesterday on the show. Hopefully you went 4-0 yesterday, and hopefully you'll go 4-0 again today. I'll try to pick some winners along with you guys in just a few moments. There were 3 games in the NHL yesterday, and it was Carolina over Ottawa, 2-0. Impressive low shutout there for the Hurricanes to get the playoffs started there with Freddie Anderson in goal instead of Bussy. Freddie Anderson was just 15-13 basically during the regular season, while Bussy, you can count his losses, I think, on one hand. But they went with Anderson, and he pitched a shutout there yesterday. I had the over here on the Morning Steam show, but nonetheless, Carolina with the win. Also, it was Minnesota rocking Dallas 6-1. Everton scoring here against Liverpool right now. We got EPL action underway. Just want to see a goal though right here. So Minnesota impressively over Dallas yesterday, 6-1. That's really got to wake up Dallas right now. Falling behind here 1-0 at home, and really dominated. Minnesota dominated in that one. I just thought the price was too good to pass up on Dallas. I certainly liked Minnesota's chances there. And man, should have been with Minnesota. Great job there by the Wild. All right, also it was Philadelphia beating Pittsburgh 3-2 in a good one. Did have Philadelphia here on the show yesterday, so I did salvage a win there. But, man, it turned out to be quite the thriller yesterday. We were on the air there talking about, the early lead for Philadelphia. Then it was 2-1. Man, finished 3-2 yesterday. Philly getting the win over Pittsburgh and a 1-0 lead in that one. 4 more games a day. You say, what's going on? Where are the other guys? Well, Edmonton and Anaheim will open their series on Monday. There'll be 4 games tomorrow with that series just starting, actually. All right, and we'll cover a little bit of baseball action here with some of our winners here on the Morning Steam yesterday. Thought we had some pretty good winners here, including on the Morning Steam, the San Francisco Giants, as they were able to get the win over the Washington Nationals in a wild one. Giants won it 7-6 with Hauser and Cavalli. We had the Giants there yesterday as our premium pick, as our winner on the show here. Let me get it straight. Winner on the show here with San Francisco. Also, winner here on the Morning Steam with the Atlanta Braves and their victory over the Philadelphia Phillies. Yeah, we had Atlanta there in that one. I had Atlanta there as they were able to beat the Phillies 3-1 as the Phillies continue to slump right now. Boy, real rough times here for the Phillies. Couldn't even get the offense going. It was Sale and Sanchez there in that one. And man, it was 3-1 there. 3-1 in the third inning or so, and no one scored after that. As Atlanta got the win. Here's a goal for Liverpool against Everton right now. Scoring here. Oh, okay. Yes, Liverpool gets the goal. Just note what happened there and that with that goal there. The Everton goal, was that taken back and Liverpool has countered with the goal themselves here? Is that what has happened here all of a sudden? The Njai goal goes down, no goal. And then here comes Liverpool right back, and they get the goal as Everton, terrible playing here in their own end, giving it away, and Liverpool capitalizes with a wild goal here right now. Now it's not Everton winning now. All of a sudden it's Liverpool as it turns around there. Wow, what a moment. You guys might be commenting on that in the chat here at this point. Also here at a premium pick winner with the Dodgers and the Rockies with my sports money premiums, which you can get here at winnable.com. We have the under with the Dodgers yesterday and the Rockies in that one, and it was a final score there of 4-3. Colorado beat the Dodgers. How about that yesterday? Morning steam winner here with the New York Yankees on the run line as they crushed the Royals 13-4 as the Yankees crushed there in that one. Also had a premium pick winner with the White Sox on the run line against the Athletics with my sports money premiums. Also had the winner on the over here on the show yesterday. Final score in that one was 7-6 in favor of the Athletics. Morning steam winner, Boston and Detroit game to go under yesterday, as it was Boston falling 4-1 to Skubal and the Tigers there in that one. Morning steam winner here, Baltimore and Cleveland game to go under. Cleveland won it 4-2 for the second time in the series. They beat Baltimore 4-2. Also, morning steam winner, Texas and Seattle. We had winners here yesterday, just couldn't put them all into the premium category. Texas and Seattle winner to the over yesterday in that one with final score there. Seattle crushing them 7-3 there in that one. Also premium pick winner for me with the Cardinals and the Astros game to go over yesterday. It was 7-5. Cardinals got the win in a high scoring game. We had the Cardinals here on the morning steam show, so some pretty good winners and some pretty good games there yesterday. Also did not mention, but the Diamondbacks beat the Blue Jays 6-2. Corby Carroll had a grand slam in the 8th inning, and the Arizona bullpen got the final 10 outs of the game to shut down struggling Toronto, who are off to a 7-13 start. Oh my goodness there. All right, so good look at some of the action from Sunday, but we'll get from Saturday, and we'll get right to it here. I want to say hello to the folks in the chat and everyone joining me here on the chat room today. Let's go to the comments and see who's here. Oh, by the way, go to winnable.com/Ramon to get those picks over there today. I'm going to have some great, hey, we already had some picks. I tell you what else happened. Let me tell you just a few moments ago. If you were watching live with us, how about MMA Jeff? He said he liked Ben Shelton, and right now Ben Shelton is getting delivered to him at center court a beautiful new Mercedes-Benz that he has just won by winning that tournament. Maybe Jeff had a little insight that Ben could surely use a brand new Mercedes here, and he's going to get in that car. Boy, let me tell you right now. Great job by Ben. But MMA Jeff gave us the winner there yesterday with Ben Shelton over Kaboli there in Stuttgart, and he picks up that car. Look at that thing. I'm hoping it might give it to his dad there right on the scene as they're coming in. He's got the trophy. He's got the car. It's a beautiful BMW there. He picks up the title, and tough because the men don't win clay titles very, very often in Europe. In fact, Ben Shelton became just the 5th man to win on European clay since 2000. Only 5 guys have won titles in Europe. 5 Americans have won titles in Europe. The last was Korda 5 years ago in Parma. Man, that is a strange statistic, isn't it?
Final.
And we got a couple matches here still to come. Marta Kostyuk takes on Veronica Pedrez in a few moments here in Rouen. And in Barcelona, Rublev takes on Arthur Fees in that one. Fees minus 230 there, I believe, over Rublev, the 9 seed. You see the 9 seed or the 9 seed favored over the 5 seed. You probably want to ride with Fees there in that one. Okay, also use the promo code STEAM to save 20% off the winnable package from me today. And I do have some soccer up over there right now as part of my card today over at winnable.com/Ramon. So make sure you join me there for some more winners today over at Winnable. All right. Let me get to the folks here. You can also catch my Cover the Spread show over there at Winnable when you subscribe. You can get on YouTube as well, but you get it direct to your feed when you subscribe to my free picks over at winnable.com. Okay, who's here today? Who's ready to go? It's Nuke. Good morning to Nuke. He's ready for that new money. Cash Kane is here today. Andrew Kane is here. Steve Aleftarian. And I'd like to say back to Steve Aleftarian, good morning. Maybe he's in Germany. I don't. Good morning. Jim Deweiger's here today as well. Farley is here with us. Blake is ready to go. And Greg said, you want to make some money? Take the Lakers on the money line. He told you all. Why didn't you listen to Greg? Also, let's see. Blake had a good day in the MMA. And says the Lakers own Houston. Also here, let's see, Mark Lambert today. He's talking about his plays in there. Says he was able to finish above 500 there. Good job. And Public Enemy as well is here. Okay. Who else? Philly Eagle Flyer, good morning as well. And he's here talking about the Flyers and the Braves there. Nuke says Carolina got that puck line 2-0 for a little plus money from Nuke. Hey everyone, subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you don't miss the show here with me every morning. Stop Gio stopping by. He had a fun time with us there. What did he say? Stop Gio had something great. He had one of the chats of the night. I'm trying to remember, though. I guess it wasn't that. I thought it was good. Whatever it was, stopped you. I don't remember what it was, but caught my attention. It was something we talked about there pretty extensively. I know that. And okay, I think that might be it for the group. Let's get rolling here. I think we got to get rolling with our show here right now. Let me see what else real quick. Let's check out the soccer. Right now, oh man, Villa over Sunderland. Is Bobby Mack here right now? Maybe he's watching the game with a bunch of Villa fans at some Villa party right now. 2-1. I have the under in that game. I've already got a loser here today, as Villa has just scored to make it 2-1 on a terrific header in the back of the biscuit in the basket. Also, no score. Burnley and Forest here right now. Also, we Torino and Cremonese, no score final in Serie A. Milan and Verona, no score also right now in Serie A. That one's just in the first half there. By the way, I'm on the under in Forest and Burnley in there, so maybe we won't lose them all. Maybe we can grab a victory there. Got some other matches in the fold as well. They're underway in Germany with Heidenheim and Freiburg, no score, and Auxerre leads Monaco in a bit of an upset there, 2-0. Man, Auxerre, I thought Monaco. I took Monaco. Boy, back to the drawing board. All right. Let's get started here with our coverage today, including the NBA. We're gonna ready to roll, ready to rip here. Let's get rolling with our action in the NBA, which starts here at 1 Eastern and 10 a.m. Pacific time with Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Boston Celtics. NBA action here for Sunday. Celtics are favored by 12.5, maybe some 13s out there total. Maybe it's climbed up here. I think it's safe to say it's at least 213, if not 213.5 right now. And all right, that's what they want to do. If that's what you think, if that's what they think is going to happen, then it might go over. I mean, the total's obviously moving up, but I just know that really when I'm thinking Boston Celtics basketball, I'm usually thinking under this season, if you ask me. And after all, this is the playoffs. We've already seen, you know, the typical playoff defense. I think we saw the scores going down here already a little bit. You saw what happened in the Laker game yesterday. So, all right, but let's see what you think there in this one with the Sixers taking on the Celtics here today in the NBA playoffs. Boston's won 6 of their last 7 games coming in. They've covered 6 straight at home. Boston's 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 overall. They've beaten Philadelphia in 5 of the last 7 meetings at home. Philadelphia has lost 8 of their last 11 against Boston overall and are just 2-4 against the spread in their last 6. Philadelphia has gone under in 6 of their last 7 games, including 5 of their last 6 on the road here. So not only is Boston a great under team this season, in fact, they are 30-52 to the under. Ironically, they're 30-52 to the under, 50-32 against the spread. So I don't know, maybe when it goes under, they cover. Is that what happens there? But like I said, this one's moving higher here. But the widely reported steam came in on the under in this game, but it hasn't affected the move. In fact, it's kind of gone the other way here over the last several minutes here right now. So I say several minutes, a couple hours here, really. But let's see what you have here in this one with Philadelphia taking on Boston here. Some people might say that Philadelphia plays pretty well against Boston. Now, they play pretty well against Boston, I think, when they have Joel Embiid in there. I know a lot of people, hey, they don't need Embiid. He only play half the games. Well, you pretty much need Embiid to win anyway. Do you need him to cover? I don't know. Boston's checking every box here with these solid numbers, ATS, and dominant straight-up trends, it feels like, against Philly overall here. But this season, Philly does own a victory here over Boston. It was, in fact, I think it's 102 to 100. Philly got the win at home back on November 11th. So teams actually split their meetings here this season, I believe. It feels like a mismatch still to me. I don't think that Philly in this first game. I mean, I like Boston here. Philly's under trends are pretty strong, like 6 of their last 7 and 5 of their last 6 on the road, but that only helps Boston control the pace. A blowout script, favors a drop-off in scoring. I'm taking the Boston Celtics here. I do have a futures play on Boston. In fact, I've got the futures play on every favorite on this board today, and those are the only 4 futures plays I made this season. I made 4 futures plays, and they're all playing. They're all at home today, and they're all favored. Now, if Oklahoma City wins, it's only going to pay for my other 3 futures plays. But I've got Boston, Detroit, San Antonio all to win a little chunk there. And if neither of the 4 teams win, well, we're going to lose. But as long as one of those 4 teams win, if Oklahoma City does do it, I'll break even on the futures plays. Their futures play for me covers the Boston plays, the Detroit plays, and the San Antonio plays. So we'll see what happens with who is still alive. But give me Boston today here at home, and I'll take them to rock over Philadelphia. Let's go to the chat and see what you guys said about this one as we get the show started. Okay, it's going to be here. Oh, a few more people were here I missed there, including Flea Mathis. Okay, Blake, Andrew, let's see. Oh, that's what it was, right? Yes, that's what it was. Stop Geo. And not only that, so some other news came out. I don't know if it was today or part of. Milan is just. We've just seen a goal here in Italy right now. Milan has scored late in the first half against Verona here. Uh, uh, Milan is my pick, -1, and they've just scored here against Verona. Yeah, Stop Geo did right. I did see some other news though that FanDuel. So Stop Geo was talking about FanDuel, and I think that what happened, they end up passing DraftKings as the biggest sports book, and then they also announced, hey, we're in the prediction market game. I think is what they ended up saying there. Okay, let's see. Philly Eagle Flyer says that he thinks the Celtics will smash. Public Enemy's going to go extendo and lay 20. Farley's on the under. Kane says Celtics on the spread. Blake's on the under as well. 76ers, though, 4-9 legacy. Cash Kane, I think he's saying he's taking a money line parlay. I think that's what he's saying right there. It didn't work yesterday, but it might today. Today they're all double-digit favorites. Yesterday that Laker game, what can you say? I mean, the move was on the Lakers. I mean, hey, I was on the Lakers too, but it wasn't like the other games that had more. Well, I don't want to say lopsided spreads either because the Knicks were 5 there. The games were closer yesterday. The spreads were closer. I think that's safe to say. Greg has this one just 101, 111 to 101. So he's like in Boston, I think, in here. And he says just too many points for Philly right now. He says those young guys are playing some good ball. Steve's on the under. Jim's taking the Sixers, though, here. And Greg says, I think Philly and the under there. And you know what? I'll probably give Philly a chance when they get back home. And if they get blown out in the first two, they're going to be getting some nice points. So we'll see once that happens there. But I think for me, I'm going to be ending up here taking Boston. I like Boston in game one anyway. I really think, it's easy to say, hey, Embiid really, is he really in there? Hey, maybe he's not a physical player or whatever, but it just feels like to me you want Embiid in there. Okay.
Final.
Oh, your favorite team, everybody lost. Nanjing Monkey King. They just lost to Xinjiang 109 to 75. Oh, man, Nanjing Monkey King got rocked. Okay, next up here, the Suns. Welcome to those of you who just watched Monkey King lose in Chinese basketball, okay? Let's go next up here. The Phoenix Suns are taking on, whoops, what's happened to Mr. Parentheses there? I wish I had those fancy graphics like all those other channels going on right now, but I just got to type them in every time. Phoenix taking on OKC, game one here, this one with OKC favored by 14.5. Here we are talking again about possibly another, double-digit favorite. Now, Oklahoma City, number one seed here. Look, we're getting the play-in teams here today there with the matchups. So we'll see how that affects those teams. But this one is another double-digit favorite here, total 215.5 right now. So, yeah, Phoenix did a great job this season. They were a pretty good cover here as well, but they actually started struggling here against the spread of late, just 2-7 against the spread. They were 48-36 this season against the spread, and Oklahoma City 4-2 ATS in their last 6, but Phoenix also 2-9 straight up in their last 11 against Oklahoma City and 3-8 against the spread in those 11 games. So, this might be an Oklahoma City blowout, but I don't know if the Thunder are going to, they might be popular. Here's the thing: if you look at the splits, the money splits, the ticket splits, it's hard to find anybody on Phoenix here. Actually, it feels like 95-5 percentage wise. Everyone loves Oklahoma City in this game. I'm not so sure they get the blowout here. I mean, Phoenix has been such a good cover. The Thunder were actually sub 500 against the spread this season. Maybe game one they come out all fired up, blowing teams out. But remember, they weren't necessarily blowing teams out during the regular season early, and it almost feels like they're a team that is starting to realize they can pace themselves a little bit. Now, they just might be too good for Phoenix today, but I don't know. To win a game by, 16 points? Is it 15 and a half now? I mean, is that, um, 14 and a half right now? This is the big spread of the day. So see how you have it in this one with the Suns and the Thunder. Thunder 44 and 38 to the over this season, but the Suns were 38 and 46 to the under, and the Suns were a very, very good cover. Like I said, during the season overall, Oklahoma City's gone over in 6 of their last 7 games. Phoenix has gone over in 8 of their last 12 games coming in, and 6 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams have gone over here as well. So see what you like here in this one. If you guys are going to take this big favorite, you're going to take the dog, or you might be like me and just grab a total here in this one. I'm going to go over, I think, here in this one between Phoenix and Oklahoma City, but we'll go to the chat and see what you guys have in this one between these two. I think for me, sure, Oklahoma City's won 17 of their last 20. They've kind of owned Phoenix and failing to cover big spreads. Are the Suns right now, although they did grab a couple of spread victories here late in the season, getting a few big points. There, if you'd call it that, they were getting 6.5 against this same Oklahoma City team. Remember, they beat Oklahoma City by 32 points here in OKC just a few days ago, 1 week ago, last Sunday. But Oklahoma City had pretty much rested their players. Now, Phoenix did beat Oklahoma City twice this season. They beat them back in January at home, 108 to 105, as a 10.5 point home underdog. So you could look at it as if maybe Phoenix has a little bit of a good matchup with them. Both teams, though, trending over heavily, like I said, with those recent streaks. So I think even in a blowout here, Oklahoma City's pace and the Suns' defensive issues, should they have been, will carry this game to go over, and I will take the over 215.5 with Phoenix and Oklahoma City. All right, let's go to the chat here right now on this one and see what you have. It's going to be over here for Public Enemy. Farley's on OKC. Lay the points. Blake says Thunder in the first half. Nine Legacy says Phoenix Suns on the spread. Bars on the over as well. And Greg says take it to the bank. And he likes the Thunder. Hey, Mike Humphrey is here, and good morning to Mike. All right, we're going to keep it moving here right now in the NBA with the Magic taking on the Pistons here in this one. Well, Pistons are favored here. This is the lowest spread of the day right here, 9 points. Wow. As Detroit here is favored over Orlando Magic. The Magic were just 39 and 45 against the spread this season, ironically enough. Interesting, right? They had such a good year, 8 games over 500, but finished against the spread with a subpar record. That means they were overrated this season. Meanwhile, the Pistons, who finished 60 and 22, were 44 and 38 against the spread. Pistons were technically underrated this season. Magic 44 and 40 to the over this year. The Pistons 39 and 43 to the under. And Orlando's covered for their last 6 games coming in. They've won 6 of 8. Orlando's 8 and 4 against the spread in their last 12 games against the Detroit Pistons. Detroit's covered 10 of their last 14 games coming into this one. They won 6 of 7. Orlando's gone under in 4 of their last 5 coming in, but Detroit's gone over in 5 straight at home and 6 of their last 8 games overall coming into this one. Let's see how you have it here with Orlando taking on Detroit here in the Motor City. Orlando's been the better consistent spread team overall, but the Pistons were so sharp late, even without Cade Cunningham. Now, when Cunningham went out, the lines kind of shifted a little bit, trying to make up for his absence. But Detroit didn't really miss a beat overall. They're uh, the hotter team, even though Orlando was so great. It feels like Detroit was kind of the hotter team actually coming in. Uh, Detroit games are flying over the total right now, 6 of their last 8 and 5 straight at home, as we said. And I think even with Orlando's under lean, if the Pistons do dictate here and we're able to get a cover, I think that equals a over here. I'm going to go over in this one with Detroit and Orlando. Give me the over as my play here on the Morning Steam Show, and let's see what the chat has to say. It's going to be Blake is on the Pistons here. Bar's on the under, however. And the 9 Legacies on the Magic here today. Public Enemy likes the Pistons, -9. Steve Eleftherian's on the under. Greg's got Detroit covering in this one. And Farley likes the over here with me. I think that's good from the chat right there. Thank you, guys. Next up, one more game in the NBA here. The Portland Trailblazers are on the road, taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs are favored by 11 in this one. Portland, been a good ride here this season for Portland. Got to give them a lot of credit. Kind of fought some teams off there at the finish as well. Portland was 45-38 against the spread this season. Also, they were 44-39 to the over for the Spurs. They were 48-35 ATS, even a little better than Portland, but they were 36-47 to the under this season. And you've seen this total. It's 220.5 there. It's already down 2 points from the opener. I don't think it's come back. Let me see, though, real quick. Maybe it has gone back up a point. No. Well, you know what? It's 220.5 at Circa. It's 221 or 221.5 everywhere else. Now, I'm the type that when I see that, I don't want to say just follow the Circa number and that's what you're better off. But I might be taking the under. Let's see what you guys have here in this one. Might be playing some totals here on the show. Portland's covered 6 of their last 8 games overall. Coming in this one, they've won 6 of their last 8. San Antonio 4-2 ATS in their last 6. They've won 14 of 16 coming in, and they've won 16 of 18 at home. Portland and San Antonio have gone under in 4 of their last 5 meetings. Portland also has gone under in 6 of their last 9 games coming into this one. But, man, San Antonio's got that home court dominance here for sure. Portland's been solid, but the matchup history certainly favors San Antonio, and I think the Spurs ceiling at home certainly makes them the big double-digit favorite here in this one. I think they might be able to get this one. I think, if anything, out of the other 2 big favorites here that I just mentioned, well, let me get it straight because I took Boston there, and I don't mind laying that number. But here, I think I'd probably lean to this laying the points here in most of these games, other than maybe Phoenix and OKC. But I think both teams lean under in this matchup, specifically with the series going under in 4 of their last 5, and the Blazers going under. I think if the script shows the Spurs can control it, I think it goes under here, and I'm going to take the under as my play here on the show. Man, give me another total in this one. I got 3 totals with you folks today. What do you guys have in the chat for this one between the Spurs and the Portland Trailblazers? Here's Blake. He's on the Spurs. Here's Steve saying San Antonio over. Farley's going to take the points here in this one. 9 Legacy says his Spurs on the spread. They're going to dominate here today. Bar's here, and he likes the Spurs as well. Greg likes the Spurs to rock today in this one. Spurs, Wemby all day long, huh? I know the props are hot with Wemby today. All right, I guess that's it for the NBA. And Barr said, "What were the picks?" I took the Boston Celtics minus 13, and I took the over in the game between Phoenix and Oklahoma City.
Final.
Okay, did you get it there? I might have. Let's see here. Okay, and Big O's got his plays here. He's got Boston. He's got the under in the Spurs and the Thunder. He's got Detroit, and he's got the Spurs. Thank you to Big O for his plays today. Public Enemy. He's on the Spurs as well. All right. And I think that's it from you guys. So I think that's it for the NBA. Let's go to our 4 games here. We're underway in that women's match from Ruin there with got a break point here right now for Kostick, about to go up 4-2 on Padres. Padres got advanced into the finals with a walkover, actually. Okay, here we go. Let's get going here right now with our NHL action here for Sunday. With that, talked about the NBA getting underway there at 1 Eastern and 10 Pacific. The NHL will start at 3 Eastern and noon Pacific. They'll run a little bit later here with the Kings taking on the Colorado Avalanche in this one. You know, the Kings on the road here. Look, the Kings are kind of a specialist at one thing, and that's playing close games and forcing overtime. So, look, Colorado is best record in the league, no doubt about it. Yeah, they should be able to handle the Kings probably in this series too. But Colorado, hey, pretty strong record this year, no doubt about it. But the Kings, yes, technically the Kings were under 500 if you think about it overall. They racked up so many of those points with those overtime. At least they got those 1 points there for those overtime losses, which was really beneficial for them in the end because they needed those. If you think about it, the Kings were actually this season, right, 35-47, but they got 20 points out of those overtime losses, which really helped them. The Avalanche also had 11 overtime losses this season, but they end up going 55-27 technically this year. So Kings went 33-44 to the under. The Avalanche were 35-47 to the under. So I'm surprised that this one isn't more 5.5s across the board here. Although to be fair, I think with these two, we've seen a little bit higher scoring when the two teams have met. It was 4-2 Colorado when these teams met a month and a half ago at LA. Colorado won at home 5-2 out of the 3 meetings this year. Technically, that last one was a push. So they had 1 over, 1 under, and 1 push overall. But I don't know. The teams kind of trend under, it feels like. All right, getting my day started here. So we got Colorado, just a big favorite here, 275 in this one. Forsberg goes here for the Kings. Let's hear from you in the chat. But, not an easy matchup. I understand that. But Kings are pretty good at hanging in there. That's all I can say. They've won 5 of their last 7. Colorado's won 6 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams overall. Kings have gone under in 11 of their last 16 on the road and under in 4 of their last 6. Colorado's gone under in 8 straight, and they've gone under in 4 of their last 5 at home, and this is the playoffs. So we'll see what you guys have in this one. Colorado's won 10 of the last 12 meetings between the two teams in Denver, and Colorado's gone under in 4 of their last 5 at home. Colorado's won 5 of 6 overall coming into this one. Let's hear from you folks in the chat here with Colorado and the Kings here today. All right, going to the chat. It's going to be Cash Kane here says, take the abs on the money line, 275. Bill Eagle Flyer says abs and team total over in regulation. Blake likes the Kings plus a goal and a half here. Probably overtime, right, Blake? Big O's on the under. Public Enemy likes the Kings here as well in this one. I do too. I think the Kings, I want to take the Kings here. I think they'll hang in this game, and I think they'll maybe even get to overtime there. Philly Eagle Flyer has some point scorers here. McCarr and Nelson. Farley likes the Kings. Man, there's 3 on the Kings here. But here's 9 late. Notice how the Kings backers are, okay, I got it. Take the goal and a half because you're still getting that old plus, right? Isn't it today? I think it is plus with the Kings game. They are plus 1.5 at, it might be minus $1.10 actually. But the Avalanche backers aren't willing to take the goal and a half for the most part. They're more taking the money line, although Nuke is on the puck line here for the Abs at minus $1.10. Jim Duweiger likes over. He says, take that 5.5 and go over and go ahead and lay the chalk here and lay the $1.40. There's that Nuke play, by the way. Nick says he'd do the Abs or pass, and Greg has Colorado in a blowout here. And Jim says a Fiala injury will finally catch up to the Kings. Yeah, it really felt like there for a while that his absence were big. Did we just have a Villa third goal there? Wow, where is Bobby Mack here? So it felt like for a while there the Kings were hurting without Fiala, but man, they really did a nice job to make sure that they made a nice surge to get into the postseason and put those other teams away. So Kings did have some ups and downs for sure. It was not a perfect season for them, but they found their way into the playoffs here. And I'm going to go ahead and take the Kings today on the puck line, on the morning steam. But all right, next up. Philly Eagle Flyer says the Kings might get that draw, but it'll be in game 3 or 4. Okay, the Canadians are taking on the Lightning here in this one. Wow, man, the Canadians here. Look, they're I get it. Lightning are $1.90 against the Kings. I mean, the Lightning are great, but the Canadians are good, man. They've won 6 of their last 7 on the road, 11 of their last 14 overall. Tampa Bay's lost 4 of 6 coming in. They have won 5 of their last 7 at home. Tampa's kind of owned them here, 13-6 against Montreal in the last 19 matchups between the two teams. But Montreal here right now this year, this team looks pretty good coming in, and I don't know about a $2 favorite here with these two. Montreal won the last 2 meetings 2-1 and 4-1, one at home, one on the road. Tampa did win the first 2 meetings of the season back in December. They played them about 3 weeks apart. Tampa won at home 5-4 and at Montreal 6-1. But later in the season, it was Montreal. In fact, Montreal covered the puck line in 3 of the 4 games this year. And why couldn't they do it here, I would think? Now, they are minus $1.55 on the puck line today. So, that does feel a little bit pricey. But, hey, Tampa Bay is $1.95 as a $1.95 favorite in this game. So, I like Montreal here. And you know what? I'm going to take them on the money line in this one to win and upset Tampa Bay. If you took the puck line, I wouldn't blame you. And maybe I'll do a little of both. Maybe I'll play it at +1 here. But, for the show, I'm definitely going to put a bet down on Montreal here. I like the Habs, man. I like what this team is doing here this season. They had a very strong campaign, 48, 24, and 10. That's not $2 less than Tampa Bay. I mean, Tampa was 50, 26, and 6. They basically finished just a couple of games ahead. Remember, these two teams in the standings technically here were tied. They're tied, and Tampa Bay is a $2 favorite. I mean, what are we basing it on? The history of Tampa Bay and their postseason success? Because they weren't much better than the Montreal Canadiens this year, that's for sure. Montreal on the road, in fact, was up 9.5 units this season. Tampa Bay at home, basically just a break-even proposition. We know Tampa was probably overrated in the pricing this year, but $2 for teams that finished with 106 points. Shouldn't that be, even in a playoff game, $1.50 at best? Right now, Montreal is not like they're playing with any major injuries here or anything like that. In fact, if anything, you got Hedman is doubtful for this game for Tampa Bay here. So, and Carrier of the Kings shoring up that back line, he's probable here. So I got to take Montreal just on principle in this game here in this one. Let's see how you guys have it in the chat. Whoops. Here we go. Cash Kane is on the Habs, on the puck line. Nuke just says, take him on the money line. That's what I'm going to do. Like I said, I'm definitely going to make sure I get a little bit here. I just think it's worth it. Every if the money line's too high, the puck line's probably too high. Lightning, and the Abs, I think that's a parlay for Philly Eagle Flyer. Public Enemy likes Montreal. There are a lot of Montreal here. Nuke says Hedman, being out, that's a big factor in this game. And even Steve says he can't back him at this price, and he's a Tampa guy. He's our Tampa correspondent. Blake's on the Canadiens here, and Greg likes Tampa to win the game 3-2 in a low score. Steve likes the under there as well. Farley likes the Habs on the puck line, and Philly Eagle Flyer, Habs team total under though. Steve says maybe you get a regulation draw with Hedman out of there. And Cash Kane says he's got Braden Point here, and Jim likes the over in this one. I probably agree with Jim there. I think what happens is this game's 3-3, a 3-3, and then it goes either way. So I think that's why the puck line is not too bad there, and maybe some regulation money somewhere in there. Philly Eagle Flyer here says draws in the Sabres and the BGK games. Well, I guess we're not going to preview those because Philly Eagle Flyer already spoiled it. All right, that's it for the Montreal game. Let's go to, he said, also first period draws. Good to have Philly Eagle Flyer join us for the postseason. All right. He called it, so let's get it with the Bruins taking on the Sabres here. Man, you talk about what a year for Buffalo, and here we are. We're in the postseason here for the Sabres, and they're playing at home. Isn't this exciting? With Buffalo here, now they are $1.70 here at this point. Maybe it's a little bit less across the board. I maybe rounded up a little bit, but it's no bigger than $1.60 or $1.70 too. So that's something that has to be taken into consideration here a little bit. Now, look, the one thing that the Sabres have going for them, I think, in this game is the fact that the Bruins were so bad on the road, actually, this season. For Boston, they were minus 3 3/4 units on the road. I say bad, 16, 16, and 9. Everton has tied the game here now against Liverpool. So we've got a fun one going on here as Everton has scored here finally at home here in this one. Let's see what you got. Let me continue on here with this one. And so what a year for the Sabres, no doubt about it. They were plus 6 units at home this season, plus 14.5 units overall, winning the Atlantic Division over Montreal, over Tampa Bay. Boston got the wild card here. So, I'll say this, that there's going to be some inexperience factor, I think, if you want to say that for the Sabres, and it may come in the road games because, Boston was such a distinct home and away team, and Buffalo, they were, plus almost 8.5 units on the road, and they were probably better on, 24-13 on the road uh, for Buffalo this season, and but Boston at home was 29-11. So we'll see when we get back to Boston, and this one kind of sounds like 7 games either way. But man, Buffalo here to get the playoffs started. Hey, I think I like it. I might even have to take this puck line with Buffalo. I think they get it off to a good start actually, because Boston was so weak there down the stretch. Um, on the road. I think that really is going to help Buffalo here today. I'm probably going to I'm going to take the puck line with Buffalo here to win. And, we can squeeze some money line in there again. I'll probably do the same thing with the -1 here a little bit. But officially, I think I'm going to go with a little major puck line play on Buffalo today. To start it off, Boston lost 5 of their last 7 games coming in. Buffalo's won 4 of their last 5, and they also have gone 9-4 straight up in their last 13 games at home. Now, Boston's had Buffalo's number, but again, Buffalo has had this great season. But Buffalo hadn't made the playoffs in quite a long time. I mean, uh, you guys some of you might have been much younger. So Buffalo just 4-13 in their last 17 games at home against Boston. Doesn't breed a whole lot of confidence, but again, this has just been a special season for Buffalo. And hey, I have a future on Buffalo. Remember when I played that futures bet here on the morning's team? It was in that second winning streak of Buffalo, and this is way back when they just started playing. Remember, it was just a nondescript season for the first month or two for Buffalo, and then they really started to kick it in gear. And hey, we grabbed them here. I've got a whopping $20 on Buffalo to win $820. So I think that's a pretty good futures bet considering where they are now. Boston's gone under in 6 of their last 7, including 4 of their last 5 on the road. Buffalo's gone, pretty much over here. Let me get the numbers straight. 39-43 to the under, allowing just 2.9 goals at home so far this season. I'm going to take Buffalo here on the puck line today, but let's do probably a little -1 in there just to be sure. Maybe you want to go regulation with Buffalo. Let's see what the chat has to say in this one between the Bruins and the Sabres here. Check it out. All right. There's Nick. He does say, look, 16-16-9 on the road. Kane is on the Sabres here. Bruins puck line for Barr coming into this one. And Rovaniemi, I want to say hello and thank you to Rovaniemi, who really did a nice job with us there in the chat yesterday. I wasn't familiar with the name, and I'm sorry if I've missed you before, or I don't know if you've been with us, but I think I can get together a NASCAR card today. I love doing the NASCAR card and doing a little graphic for it. I love the AI graphic thing, man. I mean, what I do is I don't have the AI make the picks for me. I make my picks, but then I don't know if you guys like the AI bots. And I know some people are like, oh, I don't like AI, but you just type in I'll just type in, let's make a graphic for the Advent 400. Here are my picks. And then boom, all of a sudden 30 seconds, not even 15 seconds later, and you've got a beautiful graphic, and it's everything I could have ever wanted with the graphic. I used to go to that Canva and I couldn't, it's funny because back in the day when I got my start in a newsroom, I was kind of a hot to trot guy when I was young. I'll tell you, I started in a newsroom before I was even 18 years old out of high school. I was an award-winning high school journalist, sports writing contest winners for 3 years in high school, won everything. So I got a job right away, but they didn't know I was an early graduate. So I was getting paid there at 17. And they found out and they're like, well, you know what? But by the time I was already into 18, 19, I was laying out the paper and I was doing graphics on an old Macintosh back then. And I try to go into Canva now and I can't even figure it out. But I just type the information into the AI and it makes me a beautiful graphic. And if it makes a mistake, you just tell it what to fix. I love this AI. But we'll do it for you there. Okay, here we go with these other plays in the game. Okay, Nick Handy says Doan for a point. Sabres score first and win the game. That sounds nice right there. Also here we've got Jim says he's going to pull for the Sabres there. Blake's on the under in this one. Philly Eagle Flyers got those under and draws. Says Sabres, look at how good they are at home. And there's what I was looking for. Nuke says first home playoff game in 15 years. Where's you think of some of the Sabres greats, over the years. I don't know who you'd go with. Maybe a guy like Gilbert Perreault, maybe in there. Andrechuk, LaFontaine. You got to put Miller in there, of course. Oh, you got to take the Dominator. You think of the if this team had the Dominator, could you imagine as well? So who else? Maybe Malarchuk. I know he's all famous for his accident on the ice, but he was pretty good too there. So I don't know. I'm thinking some other Sabre guys. Mogilny, I'm trying to think. We were with Jeff. He probably could remember a lot of them yesterday. So Greg's got 4-3 here, 9 legacies on Boston here. Philly Eagle Flyers going under. And hey, in the playoffs, they do charge a little more juice to buy these goals, going up to 6.5, going down to 5.5. But tell you what, the playoff games, I don't know if they're going to necessarily get out of hand. I don't think there's a problem in buying those points. Okay, Buffalo money line here. And Bruins have won 11 playoff series since the last time Buffalo made the playoffs. Boy, I feel like destiny's on this Sabres team a little bit. But Philly Eagle Flyer thinks the Bruins will spoil it for them. Maybe it's just a little bit too much for the Sabres here. The problem is with this Sabres, look, maybe they are good. Maybe they'll be good next year too, but it almost feels like you got this opportunity, man. Make it count. Public enemies on the Sabres here. And Philly Eagle Flyer. What do you mean, Dr. AI isn't the solution here? Although you can put maybe some of your favorite stats in the AI, and then you don't have to analyze it. How about that? Jim says, I'm just not feeling NASCAR these days. And, hey, there's D-Money. Oh, man, it's so good to see D-Money in the chat. Man, what's D-Money doing here? He says the PPR days. KUA. I've done a few shows. I've been on a few shows back in the day. I think with the covering the game. In fact, let me see if I can get me. Let me see if I got something here on my. Okay, here I am. Here I am on a. This is a TV. Let me see if I got it here. There's me doing a little TV interview with a student athlete there on the. I don't know if that shows it very good, but how about that? All right. Rovaniemi. Didn't I get it right the first time there? And Rovaniemi is that does sound like it sounds perfect, like a Finnish name. Now I think I can get it right. 9 Legacy is on. He's already getting ahead of us. I gotta. Oh, Philly Eagle Flyer. I remember where I was on Dale's last race. I remember that Daytona 500. I was managing a sports bar, and we had some people in there watching it, and nobody knew after that race, right? Nobody knew at the time, and you found out, later about Dale's passing there. Let's see, Earnhardt. Yeah, Yep. I mean, we've gone so far now. We've gone through the other Earnhardt there a little bit. And Jim says, man, in 93, the Sabres should have won the Cup. And Robin Niemi says he's rooting for the Michael Jordan team there. And boy, they've had that's interesting, right? Because if anything, I think most people would say that NASCAR has been on the downswing there. So it's neat to see someone, kind of come through there and start to watch NASCAR. Maybe there is some resurgence there a little bit. All right, I think that's it for that one. I'll take the Sabres on the puck line. Let's keep it going here right now. I'm getting way off base here today on a Sunday. Let's go to the Mammoths taking on the Golden Knights here in this one. The Knights here $1.55. Connor Hart, nice story here to end goal here, getting his career going here finally, and some stuff went down, and maybe it was not all great, but hey. Right now, everything is great. You're playing goal, and you're playing good goal here. Going up against the Mammoth and Belmica in this one, 155, and the total 6 here in this one. Utah's won 6 of their last 9 coming in, 5 of their last 6 on the road, as a matter of fact. But Vegas with Tortorella coming in here doing a really good job, man. Now, they played an easy schedule. Maybe that was part of it, or maybe they could only play who they were going to play type of thing. But you could say, hey, let's bring in Tortorella when playing an easy schedule. Let's bring him in early enough. Whatever the case may be, it's worked right now for Vegas. I've got Vegas to win the conference and the Stanley Cup at a terrible price compared to what they are right now. I played it before the season, and now the only futures bets I have this season in the NHL, they're both alive, Buffalo and Vegas. So I guess I'd like to see those two meet in the finals. Vegas has won 7 of their last 8, 4 of their last 5 at home. They've actually beaten Utah in 10 of the last 13 meetings. I should say they've beaten, I think, with 13 games. That's Arizona a little bit there for a part of that, because that's only the second year here in Utah. But, what a turnaround, though, too, if you think about it. Arizona, right? Remember when they left? The family out of Utah bought the team, right? Going to move them to Utah. And Arizona was so they hated their team so much. They took everybody. Remember the Shane Doan thing? They threw his jersey away, the one on the Raptors. We don't care anymore. They had to go dig it out of the trash. So that was sad way that they were treated there in Arizona, playing that little 5,000 seat arena. And all of a sudden, this is a big turnaround for Utah. The totally legitimate package here in Salt Lake City. Vegas has gone under in 14 of their last 20 games coming into this one, and Utah has gone under in 9 of their last 12. I think it would be a disservice here if I took Utah. I do think that they're pretty live in this game, but look, I'm on a futures and with Vegas, so I don't think I'm going to do it. It might look like a hedge. If I do bet it, I'm not going to tell you. But I think Utah could be live here. I'm going to take the under in this game as my play. Hey, I'm in Vegas here. I'm converted to a partial. I know I like a lot of different hockey teams. I like the Kings. I like the Ducks. I like the Canadians. I like the Golden Knights now. These are my favorite teams. But hey, you know what? I'm a gambler. I can like who I want. I can like half the teams half the time. So give me the under, though, here in this one at 6 over 20 in this one. Let's go to the chat and see what you guys have with this matchup here in Vegas. Who's picking me up? Who's taking me to the game tonight at 9 Eastern and 6 Pacific? All right, Utah for Jimmy D. And right, Mike, he was he didn't want to convert to it, and basically broke his neck. All right, let's see. First period under, second period over. First period full game draws in Utah. Puck line there and over 4.5. Philly Eagle Flyers loaded up for this one. Farley, like in Vegas, on the money line. Look, a lot of times, right, we don't want to say, oh, man, we don't want to lay $50s, $55s and whatnot. You don't have a choice in some of the, playoff games. So you just lay it if you want. Oilers to win the Stanley Cup, says 9 Legacy. And Nick says he loves Carter Hart, right? Fought through his personal, I would say personal problems. It looks like we've just gotten a goal here from Forrest. I think they just took a 2-1 lead over there. Both teams score for Big O in the first period. Bars on the over. And also here, Carter Hart and his saves, I think, for Nick Handy. Mark said that. I don't know, Mark. Obviously, he was not a converter to the device, but it's all gone now. I remember, though. I remember where I was. Okay, Public Enemies Not Vegas on the money line. I think that's it for hockey. Great job, you guys. Right, Farley, you got to look at the money lines a little bit different in hockey, I think, there, right? And also, I think a lot of regulation betting is interesting. Okay, that's it for the NHL. Have a great day with that, and get it through here. And again, 4 games tomorrow, and that Anaheim-Edmonton series gets underway tomorrow. They didn't start there right away. Okay. Let's see here. Let's get rolling here right now. We're going to go to Nuke a little bit, thinking that the Oilers, with Yari in there, and we'll see. And they played very, very well with. We'll cover it tomorrow, but good job without Draisaitl. It felt like when King Leon went down, I almost thought, and you know what, it might be not enough for the Oilers in the end. But they definitely played well without Draisaitl. Very surprising, I think, how well they did do without King Leon in there. Okay, that's it for the hockey. Let's get ready to go. We've got, 15 baseball games we got to cover here, so let's get a move on with this and see what you guys like here with the card starting at 1:35 Eastern and 10:35 Pacific time here today. We'll get it rolling here. The injuries are all coming in here right now too in baseball.
Major lineman.
So let's get started here. I got one pitching change already right here now. Mikolas, I do believe, will still be in the game, but they're going to do the same thing that they did last time he started, and that is go with an opener here, and it's the same opener, if you remember, P.J. Poulin. Isn't that a food, Poulin? Isn't that a food of some kind here? And if anything,
Major lineman.
I don't want to say it feels like ever since they made this pitching change, we're getting about 10-cent move. I don't think it's because of P.J. Poulin any better. Maybe people are like, oh, Mikolas isn't starting. Let's take the Nationals now a little bit. He'll be in there. Pretty sure we're going to see Mikolas in there eventually. This is just, I believe, their opener here, probably with P.J. Poulin. He was the opener last time as well in the game for the Nationals here. Giants are $1.45 or so right now with Robbie Ray. Turn back the clock, Ray. It's not turn back the clock day, it's turn back the clock Ray. It's got a 2.41 ERA and a 2-2 record. Giants have won 3 straight. Nats have lost 2 in a row. Poulin comes in here, 3.85 ERA and a 2-0 record. And again, he's probably good for maybe 40 pitches or so. I think we'll see. Ray's got a 1.03 whip. Poulin's got a 1.46 whip coming into this one. Let me fix the graphic there just a little bit because I'm a bit of a perfectionist, I think, or whatever you want to call it. So Giants on the road here in this one. And look, they got it done yesterday mostly because Washington has that, what can you say? They've got a crummy bullpen. They've got an offense that is probably a playoff caliber offense here on this team. Not maybe even like a league championship quality the way they're looking here. Top 5 in pretty much every category. but it's the pitching, it's the bullpen. Right now, Washington gets involved in these games, and no lead is safe right now because of the bullpen is so bad. The pitching in general is bad, but Washington has a 5.81 bullpen ERA. The Giants, meanwhile, they're starting to pick it up, 3.64 ERA, and I think that's why they were able to get the wins that they have so far the first two games of this series. Yesterday was 7-6. It did end up going 12 innings, but the Giants did get it done. They were down at 1 point, 5-1 after two innings, but they were still able to come back. So uh, the one thing about the Giants you've kind of wondered is, is their offense transferable on the road? And yeah, they might have some weaknesses, but they've scored 17 runs in the first two games of this series here right now, and they weren't scoring much against the Reds in that last series, and that's probably all because of Washington right now. So see what you have in this one. The Giants are 6-1 to the over as a favorite. Washington 7-1 to the over at home. So I would think you probably get some runs here in this one. Let's see what the chat has to say. In the baseball game today, at the ball game today. Here is Bill Eagle Flyers on the Giants here in this one. Blake likes the over here. Farley's liking the over as well. 9 Legacies on the Nationals here. Look, I mean, if one thing is, it could be a bit of a crapshoot, and if anything, that $1.45 lineup. I don't know. Giants are so far this season 9-12. Washington's 9-12, and I don't know if Giants are really that much better than right now. Anyway, again, I think of course, the Dodgers, the Padres, and I like Arizona much better than the Giants right now. So, I lost my Blake on the over, Farley on the over, 9 Legacy Nationals. Did I get those? Kane on the Giants. There we are. Public Enemy Giants. Mark says Nats team total over 3.5. They can get that every time because of this real good offense. And the Giants are in the top 10 in hitting as well. They're also in the top 10 in hits and doubles, and the one area that the Giants don't have is any power. They're next to last in home runs. They're also last in walks here. Meanwhile, for Washington, top 5 in every category, sixth in stolen bases, second in hits, second in runs. They really can. Let's just say volatility here. Should we call it that with these two? And, maybe Ray can calm it down. Look, the Giants do appear to have the pitching edge in this game today, but I can't do it, man. Not at $1.45. Let me see what the run line is. If it's higher than $1.40, I'll probably take just take the money line. Probably should anyways. Okay, Washington's minus $1.40 on the run line. The Giants are $1.40 on the money line. I will take the run line with the Nationals here. Like I said, I think there'll be some volatility in this game. Give me them plus a run and a half at minus 140 Nationals on the run line. All right, next up, the Royals are going to take on the Yankees here at the stadium. Yankees have won 2 in a row, and the Royals have lost a bunch in a row. Cole Ragans, 3.78 ERA, 0-3 record. Ryan Weathers, 4.28 ERA, 0-2 records. A couple left-handers go in the Bronx. The Royals are on a long losing streak here right now with maybe no end in sight, it feels like here at this point. For the Royals here, have lost 6 in a row. They've also lost 10 in a row to the Yankees, by the way. Kansas City's lost 7 in a row on the road. Yankees have won 4 of their last 6. They're also looking pretty decent here so far at home. 7-5 overall. Kansas City just 2-8 on the road so far. 2-7 as a dog. 3-6 as a run line underdog. Sure, the Yankees are Not a great run line team either. 9-11 is a favorite, but they're getting the job done. And you know what? Right now at a dollar 50-ish or so. Let me see. There is some an injury note here. Let's see what it is. Oh no! Kansas City pitcher James MacArthur, elbow problem, retroactive to March 22nd, but has officially been placed on the 60-day injured list here this morning. That's just in here. Okay, let's see what you guys have, though, in this one with Kansas City and New York. 8 of the last 11 meetings between the two teams have gone under. Royals have gone under in 8 of 12 games coming in. You got a couple lefties in here. In fact, every game in the American League features a left-handed pitcher. I'm sorry, every game in the every game in the American League has 2 left-handed pitchers, except Woo. Woo's a right-hander. But everyone else is a left-hander here in the American League today. So let's see what you think, though, here. This one, the Yankees and the Royals. Shades of ditching school in 1977 to watch the American League Championship Series. Okay, let's see what you got. I'll go to the chat first because I'm not sure what I'm doing. Here we go with... Is Big O on the under here? Is Kane on the under here? Farley's on the Yankees on the money line. Kane says Royals money line. Public Enemy Yankees money line. I'm showing here $1.40 right now at Bet Online here. This one's kind of going down here. Yankees first 5 for Blake.
Major line move.
And let's see here. Keep smashing the Royals under right now. They're only 7-14 to the under so far, right? So also 3-8 to the under on the road. 2-7 to the under as an underdog. Reagan's a 322 OPS versus the Yankees. He'll take the Royals on the money line. There's no doubt also the Yankees have had their problems with the left-handed pitching, although they did the job yesterday and ended up with 14 runs. So Royals first 5 money line here for Mark. All righty. And all right, I guess I got to make my call here in this one with the Yankees and the Royals. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm taking the Yankees on the run line today. I think when I get a price is kind of low right now, and they just beat them 13-4. The Royals have been really they got to get it together a little bit here right now. I'm going to try one more here. If the Yankees beat them up yesterday, I'll try them here on the run line today. Give me the Yankees. Good plus money here too. I don't mind the plus $1.40 right now with the Yankees on that run line today. All right, keep it moving here right now in the major leagues. We got the Rays taking on the Pirates. Awkward yesterday, right? You wish you could do. You don't take your guys out of the rotation and say you go to a guy like Skeens and go, hey, I'd like to push you back here. I just saw the weather forecast. It's going to start raining by the 4th inning. Let's throw you tomorrow. Right, because your mental preparation, even the whole sequence of being a starting pitcher, you're not going to do that. So Skeens goes out there, does the job. They're up 4-0. The rains come. Got to pull Skeens because that was like an hour rain delay or more. And Skeens has to come out of the game. He's not going to continue after 1 hour, right? And all of a sudden, here come the Rays. They tie up the game, and all of a sudden, there goes another wasted start by Skeens, technically, as the Rays went on to win the game as well in extra innings, 12 or 13 innings yesterday, 8-7. Their 13 innings yesterday. Crazy thing happened in this game is, and when the extra innings came, they put a guy at second base every inning. Now in this game, they did drive in the runner, drive in the runner. They're always cracked up. The guys will say they got a ghost runner out there. A ghost runner is what we used to do when we were kids when we'd play one-on-one baseball, right? Have ghost runners. Maybe they could do that and just have force the runners in. All right, here we go. McClanahan going here for the Rays. Good numbers, 3.95 ERA, 1.17 whip for Mitch Keller, 2.86 ERA, 1.23 whip. So decent starting pitching matchup, it feels like, here in this one. But we saw the teams get in the bullpen a little bit there yesterday. Look what was the score, 8-7 in that game. And, I like these pitchers here necessarily, but it feels like the offenses of these two teams are looking pretty good. For the Pirates, got some guys really doing it. O'Neal Cruz still getting it done. Reynolds is okay at 250. You'll take that. But Below, 267 for Brandon Lau in there, and Mangum up to 270 right now. Nick Gonzalez here needs to pick it up, but for the Rays, of course, they got some sticks, man. They got some guys hitting so far. Chandler Simpson's been strong here, 27 hits this season, hitting over 330. Caminero had that big home run the other day. Aranda, okay, not great numbers, but Yandy Diaz really stroking as well. Nick Fortes hitting over 300. So the offenses kind of came through in that game. I think here with the Rays, I mean, they just keep getting it done no matter what right now. And you got to wonder about the Bucks here a little bit. The bullpen's been pretty good, 3.66. They've got 2 runs on the Tampa bullpen, but remember, Tampa's bullpen started pretty bad. And I don't think they're much worse than the Pirates here in the bullpen. In the bullpen now. Got an Everton injury here. I can't see who it is though right now. Villa and Sunderland. Oh my goodness, Villa! Oh man, it's 4-2 here. Oh no, Sunderland just scored. Oh man, 3-3. Villa and Sunderland. I guess my under's done there, huh? Okay, let me get into it though here with the matchup here with the Bucks and the Rays. Tampa's won 7 of their last 8. They've also beaten Pittsburgh in 11 of the last 14 meetings between the two. Tampa's gone over in 5 of their last 7. They've won 6 of their last 7 on the road. Pittsburgh's gone under in 6 of the last 7 meetings with the Rays overall, and 8 of the last 10 meetings between the two teams in Pittsburgh here have gone under here. But I'm going to take Tampa Bay in this one. Let's see what you guys have in the chat. I'm just going to take Tampa Bay. Here we go. Tampa Bay money line for 9 legacy. Farley's on the under here. Got a Nerfy here, tied after the second inning, tied after the third, or for tied after second and F3. First 3 under. Lean to the Rays here for Blake. And Mark says, money and fire, Nerfy. Mark will pass here. Jordy's here today, and he's on Tampa Bay with me. Let's take the Rays here in this one. We better step it up here a little bit. You got the Brewers on the road taking on the Marlins. Jacob Mizrowski here goes with for the Brewers here. And look, he goes out there. He's solid right now. I mean, you're not going to say like, hey, Mizrowski might come back down to earth. Sure, wasn't that dominant pitcher that he was the first 5 games of his career, but he's been great. 3.32 ERA this season with a 1-1 record coming in for Yuri Perez. 5.4 ERA and a 1-1 record. The Brewers have won 4 in a row. The Marlins have lost 4 in a row right now, including first 2 games of this series. It was 7-5 in favor of the Brewers and 5-2 in game 2. So, the Marlins have run into a little bit of woes here with this losing streak right now. The Brewers, they had a good winning start, struggled there for a few games. Now they're back to winning 4 in a row, and they're 12-8 again all of a sudden, 5-3 on the road. Miami is 7-5 at home, but just 2-7 as an underdog here, having lost 7 of their last 10 games coming into this one. For the Brewers here, they've won 6 of the last 9 meetings with Miami, won 4 of their last 5 overall, and are 4-2 in their last 6 games on the road. In fact, Milwaukee's won 5 of the last 7 meetings here in Miami. Miami here so far has gone over in 13 of their last 18, but they've dropped 7 of their last 8 overall. They have gone over in 4 of their last 5 at home here in this one. Let's see what you have here today when the Miami Marlins host the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers are a road favorite right now at minus $1. Oh, wait, minus $1.20, and the total here is 7.5. Let me see if that's. I got to update that, don't I? No, so I'll 7.5 over 15. That's fine.
Major line.
Let's see how you guys, what you think here in this one with Mizorowski and Yuri Perez. Perez a 1.55 whip so far. Mizorowski just a 102 whip here. So does feel like the Brewers are getting it back together a little bit, and the Marlins are, they're going to have their moments, it feels like, but I might look, Mizorowski might mow him down a little bit here, but I kind of want to take the over now if it's 7.5. Let's go to the chat. I'm taking the over here with the Marlins and the Brewers today. Let's see what the chat has to say. And all right. Here we go. I'm trying to find the first game here. Oh, there. Okay. Hey, R. Tomps. Hello to R. Tomps. I think we got it now. Nick Handy says Brewers first 5 and full game. Marlins here for 9 legacy. And Blake says Brewers first 5. Oh, no, I don't know, Nick. I just saw it. I don't think my man is back here yet. I was really bummed. I thought today was the day, but I think the injury report just came out, unless you saw it better than I. Let me look at it real quick. I think they said not back yet.
Lineup.
Oh, he's probable here, but that was yesterday, man. Let me see something here. Man, I hope my man Kyle is in there. Everybody knows. If you don't know the story, I mean, he's one of my players. If you're new to the show here, I still, even with all my gambling stuff, I still cover the conference, the high school conference that I've covered my entire life. Even though I don't even live in San Diego anymore, I can't get away from it. Let me see here, though. There was a report. I thought I saw the report that said he is not in today. I hope he is. Let me see the lineups out yet at all. No. Okay. Oh, man. I got to look it up right now. So anyway, Kyle Stowers, his dad sold me my house.
Final.
So that was pretty cool. But I sold it. I sold it. Kyle Stowers to be activated on Sunday. Okay, great. Okay. Man, I thought and he sure looked good too when he was on his rehab assignment there. So got to get going here with Stowers here today. So he's going to be in the lineup. That's great. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing it here now. 10 seconds. Marlins activate Stowers for his 2026 debut. All right. Oh, I'm excited now for Stowers. Okay. Cool.
Halftime.
Let's see if I can dial something up here with him. So I've done I've been doing some, stories on Stowers for years here with my, with some of my reports, of course, over the years. Stowers surreal walk-off grand slam. Stowers doubles in his MLB debut. I've been covering Kyle for ever since he was back in high school. Okay. Let's see what you got here in this one. I'm just checking out, making sure he's in there. Farley here for the Marlins. And I want to thank Mr. Stowers for selling me that condo for $98,000 that I eventually turned around and sold 15 years later for $400,000. Good job. Good job. Let's see here. Brewers 4, Philly Eagle Flyer, Mark Lambert. Brewers first 5, and Nasty Nate is on the Celtics to smash. Jordy likes the Brewers here in this one. Nasty Nate, Celtics second quarter. Nasty Nate, Red Sox first 3. And great, Nick. All right. D Money's still here. He's hitting fourth today for the Marlins. Okay, D Money's got the lineup for us. Yeah, I do see it out now. Great. I do see that lineup out here right now. Let's see what it is. Marcy, Edwards, Lopez, Stowers, Ramirez, Hicks, Norby, Casey, and Pauly for the Brewers. Mitchell, Terang, Sanchez, Bowers, Renifo, Lockridge, Jones, Matos, and Hamilton. Hamilton.
Halftime.
All right.
Halftime.
Well, I did
Halftime.
take the over there already, right? So let me see. There is one other injury note here in this game. Let's see what it is. Maybe it is Stowers here. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. In the starting lineup. Okay. And Blake says good old Jimmy Johnson from Granite Hills High. And Nick Handy there. Remember where the Orioles traded? I think I even wrote a story on that when he got traded there. Oh, here we go. Here's the story I wrote about Stowers, and they hit. This is my website that I cover the games, but Stowers doubles in his major league debut. That was a while ago now, but all right. Marlins. He went to Christian High. Marlins under 8 and Jermaine over 8. All right, we'll move on from that one. And I did take the over there. All right, now it's Stowers in there for sure. Okay, Orioles and Guardians here in this one. Well, 2 of the first 3 games of this series has been 4-2 in favor of the Guardians. We already said the widely reported steam did come in on the under, and now you're looking at 6.5 overs across the board here right now. You got Trevor Rogers going for the Orioles, and Cantillo goes here for the Guardians. Guardians minus $1.15 there. And, got to update that total. I think for the most part, 6.5 over 20 is the line here right now with a couple left-handers. Did I tell you? More lefties here right now with the Orioles and the Guardians. Here for the Orioles in this one, look, they come in here. They did win the second game of the series, but the Orioles have lost 4 of 5. They've also lost 5 of the last 7 games to Cleveland overall. Coming in for the Guardians here, they've won 4 of their last 5 games at home. Rogers, 3.04 ERA for the Orioles, 2-1 record. Cantillo, 2.61 ERA and a 1-0 record coming into this one. Cantillo with a whip of 1.21. Rogers a whip of 1.27. Baltimore is just 2-5 as an underdog so far this season. Baltimore and Cleveland have gone under in 4 of their last 5 meetings against each other. The other game there was 6-4. The middle game of this series so far was, in that game it was 4-0 Cleveland with 4 runs in the 7th, but then Baltimore surprised them with 6 runs in the 8th inning here. But feels mostly like a possible low score. I think that's why, like I said, got these lefties here, and the totals are going down. So let's see what you got though here. Baltimore and Cleveland today. Cleveland's take 2 of 3 so far, and we'll go to the chat here in this one. See what you guys have today with Orioles in Cleveland. Baltimore's been sliding, no doubt about it. Cleveland's been solid at home, and the unders trends do kind of line up here. Cleveland 3-6 to the under at home. Baltimore 4-5 to the under on the road. So let's see what you got though here, and we'll go to the chat. Okay, Orioles first 5 for Nick. Guardian, Public Enemy's going over in this one. Farley's going under in this one. Blake says Cleveland money line. Mark Lambert says Gavin Williams did the job, but Baltimore money line today as a dog. Cantillo not quite Gavin Williams, right? 9 Legacy Guardians money line and over. And Johnny Walker's here. He's got the under in this one. Jordy's on the Guardians there. And Liverpool has scored to take a 2-1 lead in extra time. The last minute of extra time. Wow. Is that what you're talking about, Billy Eagle Flyer? And Johnny Walker, he's at the seniors event today. Nice, Johnny. Good luck to you. And I do offer free poker advice right here on the Morning Steam, especially for Johnny Walker. And here it is right now, Johnny. Poker advice here for Johnny Walker. When you've got that big decision to make, Johnny, and you're facing that big bet that might even put you all in for your tournament life, just think of this. What would Ramon do? And go with it. And you're going to get the win there in the senior event. Good luck to Johnny today. Maybe I'll enter the senior event this year at the World Series of Poker here in Vegas. Maybe I'll put my shares up on one of those sites and then everyone can buy into me. What do you think of that? Okay. Yeah, in the 11th minute, Philly Eagle Flyer said right Final. There, right? Are they reviewing the goal still or something? No. I see they've kicked off. All right. Take the Guardians here in this one. Sorry, gang. I'm having so much fun with you guys here today. I'm kind of just talking. Johnny's dealing the World Series here in Vegas or where you're at right now. I don't know, Johnny. Are you in Vegas here with me? And I think Johnny knows, but I was a 15-year dealer, actually, even longer, actually, after the pandemic. Added a couple more years on there. Johnny's playing today, okay. And I was a 15-year dealer. I think Johnny knows. I think Johnny knows that. Final. I was part of the poker boom, and I, started dealing right, after I was a restaurant manager for a number of years, and I went into the poker dealing. I thought it might be something that I would enjoy, and I did. But you know what? I did kind of get burned out a little bit of the people, of the peoples, if you know what I mean. Final. Okay, let's keep it moving here right now, and let's see what else. Johnny knows. Oh, and he's in Tahoe right now. Okay. Yeah, Johnny knows. Johnny knows. Me and Johnny. Maybe I should be dealing the World Series of Poker, right? But you know what? I'm so it's been so long. When I tried to go back after the pandemic, and for some reason I got too old, and I don't know, maybe too many brain cells, but I was having trouble with my pot limit calculating all of a sudden. Here I am dealing a jackpot, everybody. In Omaha, you can see it. In Omaha. All right. Okay, let's move on to the next one here. This will be the Cardinals taking on the Astros. Liberatore goes for the Cards. It's taking on Burrows and the Astros here. Astros a favorite, $1.45, 8.5 over at minus 115 or so. Maybe it's going down a little bit. I'm seeing some 141, 138 here right now. Liberatore goes here for the Cards here. I think the better option compared to Burrows, right? Don't you think? With these two here for the Cardinals here in this one. Maybe Houston, the buyback here is a little bit, because I thought Houston maybe was a little overpriced there in the beginning here. And St. Louis has been hot, obviously, coming in. The Astros have been losing and losing here of late. Houston is now just 8-14. The Cardinals got them again, winning their fourth in a row yesterday. Meanwhile, Houston's dropped 3 straight. Liberatore, 4.28 ERA, 0-1 record. Burrows, 6.54 ERA, and a 1-3 record overall coming into this one for St. Louis here. They the 4-game winning streak, but they're 11-7 as an underdog this season. And Houston is 7-5 at home, just 1-9 on the road. So yeah, they're a little bit better, but as an underdog here with Liberatore, I feel like this is the other spot to try to take a little plus money. What do you guys think? Let me go to the chat in this one and see what you guys have with this matchup. St. Louis has won 4 of 5. They've beaten Houston in 5 of the last 6 meetings. St. Louis 5-1 straight up on the road. The Astros have lost 11 of their last 13 coming in. Cards have gone over in 6 of 7 coming in. These two teams are a combined 26-14 to the over. So there's volatility. I'm probably more apt to take a dog here, especially with St. Louis 11-6 to the over as an underdog so far. Man, I want to let me take a look at this run line here. Like I said, a general rule for me is if the run line price is lower than the money line price, then I take it. But the Cardinals are minus $1.70. So, yeah, give me the Cards here on the money line plus $1.20, $1.25. I'm going to try the Cardinals again today in this one. Let's see what you guys have in the chat. It's going to be... Okay, all right, Johnny, cool. Maybe I will look into that. Sounds like you are Caesar's man, so you know about that. And I don't know, can I just hold them though? Gosh, I don't know. I could deal some Omaha pot limit though. I felt like what happened was, the pandemic came and I'd already left poker dealing, and then the pandemic came and I got back into it. And I just didn't seem to be as, I don't know. I'm just getting old. The foggy. You help me out, Johnny. Are we getting foggier? Are you getting better? All right, let's see. Philly Eagle Flyers got some soccer action in here. Thank you, Philly Eagle Flyer, for all that. Blake going over here. JP Farley going over. Nick Handy says Orioles just dropped their lineup and it's bad today. All right, I'll read it off here. Oh, I don't have it yet. Okay, Astros for 9 legacy. Houston first 5 over. AOD's here, ready to go. Pistons. Public Enemy likes the over in this one. And AOD's got the old you-know-what out here. Ready to screw them. All right, Johnny, I know I can. I hope I can do it. 17 years of experience, but I'm too busy, right? What am I going to do? Hey, I got to go do a show right now. But it is the summer after all. We can take some time off. Yeah, Public Enemy. It was rough, man. Not only that, but I've had some technical issues, right? When, so I got sick here just a real quick, like a 24-hour thing, right? But then all of a sudden my computer was like not behaving too. And at the time I was just like, maybe that's why I want to get a job. I'm just like, I'm not going to do any more shows. Computer doesn't work. I'm not feeling good. Hey, Jay's rise and shine. There he is. Good to see Jay. Thank you. Keep on moving here. We're going to speed this up here. Houston money line for Mark. Reds and Twins. The Twins apparently have no starter here. Let me go Bailey Obers. I know Bailey Obers is the starter. There we go. Reds and Twins here in this one. The Twins, $1.25, total 8 here. Brady Singer, 5.6 ERA so far, 1-1 record, over 5.42. ERA and a 2-0 record. Twins have dropped 3 straight. Reds have won the first 2 in this series, 2-1 and 5-4. The Reds are 7-2 on the road here so far, 13-8 overall. Great job, Reds. Minnesota's just 11-10 overall. 2-4 is a favorite early on here. I'm not too worried about that, but here for the Reds, getting a little plus money or at least even money here in this one. They won the first 2 games of this series. I might be on them again here right away. I might not even need much of a preview, but let's see here. Maybe you guys, maybe it seems like the pitching might be even in the starting pitching, but you got to go no further than the bullpens. The Reds are number 1 in the major leagues by a half a run right now, 2.31 ERA. Imagine the Reds here getting this bullpen together. Braves are second, and the Padres are third, and they're 2.85 and 2.94. The difference here has got to be in the bullpen today, and that's probably why I'm just going to take the Reds. Singer and Ober, it feels like a wash for the most part right now, and hey, the Reds have found their way to win the first 2 games. They've won 4 of their last 5 overall. They actually beat Minnesota in 4 of the last 5 meetings. Minnesota's won 8 of their last 12, 6 of their last 9 at home. Reds have gone over in 8 of their last 11 and 4 of their last 5 on the road. The Twins have gone over in 6 of 8, and 6 of the last 8 meetings between the 2 teams have gone over as well. I don't know if it's going to I think these 2 pitchers can be stable here, and especially if they get to the Reds bullpen, it might go on. It might go under. I'm going to go with the Reds, though. I think I'm going with the Reds. Okay, here we go. Reds money line and over for Big O. Over for Farley. And Billy Eagle Flyer talking about the Scottish Cup game there, right? I lost track of it. Thank you, Billy Eagle Flyer. Blake here on the Reds money line.
Final.
Billy Eagle Flyer. Oh, it was 4-2, and is that the Scottish? Is that the Scottish Cup game score there? I think I have it here somewhere. Anyway, I'll give it a break. Keep it moving. Mark says he got Larnock and Buxton mashing against Singer here. And Nick Handy says we're going to get a rain delay to start the action here in this one there with the Tigers and the no, it's not a delay, Nick. I think they moved the start time, actually. I think it's the I think because it might be because of TV. I think they moved this to the national. I want to say it was the national TV game or moved it to MLB or something like that. I don't think it's like a rain delay or anything. I think they moved the start time to 4:35 Eastern, 1:35 Pacific. Let me know. All right, that's it for that one. I'm moving quickly now. Mets and Cubs. This one is a pitching change here for the Mets. Not necessarily David Peterson hasn't been fired or anything, but he hasn't been good. So I think Tobias Myers is going to get his first start here. Probably only good for about 40 pitches, I think is what they said. But hey, we've been waiting for the debut and might as well do it now if you're the Mets. They're on this long losing streak here right now. And I think Peterson is scheduled to come in after Myers or maybe just sometime during the game. We'll see. But Javier Assad so far, he had the one good start. What happened in the other? He had 2 starts, right? $1.35 here for Chicago in this one. Cubs have won 4 straight. The Mets have lost 35 straight games coming into this one. What a disaster. 10 in a row, I think, 5 straight on the road. Cubs have won 5 of their last 6, and they've gone 13-6 in their last 19 at home, dating back to last year. Remember, they ended the season hot at home there. Also, Mets have gone under in 4 of their last 6. Cubs have gone over in 6 of their last 7. 4 of the last 5 meetings between the 2 teams here at Wrigley have gone over. The total is 8.5, so seems like a nice enough day. Mid-40s, winds blowing out to right center, 14 miles an hour. So, look, the total's not incredibly high here right now at 8. In fact, the steam came in on the under in this game after Myers, not right after he was announced, but I think Myers was going to be the starter, and then the steam came in on the under a little bit. I don't know what that says here right now, but I don't know if I'm buying that. I'm just going to take the Cubs here. I learned my lesson. For some reason, I tried to bet the Mets yesterday, thinking I'll be that guy. I'll be cool. I'll take him to snap the losing streak, but that was a bad idea. So, I might be on the wrong zigzag there, but I'm going to go with the Cubs in this one. So is Blake. So is Farley. So is Public Enemy. Look at this. Oh my God, 6-2. What are we doing here? Cubs run line. I don't know what happened. I thought the game was on, and then now all of a sudden golf's on. ESPN golf's on there. By the way, hope you guys got my golf picks on Thursday over in winnable.com. Matt Fitzpatrick, it was my top golfer here this week, and he leads by 3 strokes. Mark says Assad's not a major league. I want to say, but he was so good in that game. What was that game? He was so good in that game. Let's see here. Nasty Nate, Homer Parlay, Red Sox money line, Celtics money line, Bruins on the puck line. Nate, what was going on? What was the news out of what was going on in Providence? It was sports related, I think, just within the last a big story that caught national attention maybe 2 or 3 days ago. What's going on? Something was going on. All right. They shouldn't even play. This game's getting a blowout. Okay, let's see. 9 Legacy Mets money line here. Mark says Royals Mets money line. So there's some people ready to go back finally to the Mets here. I don't think I can do it after losing yesterday. All right, let's keep it moving here. We're making good time, I think. Dodgers here and Rockies. We got some new injury information just coming in here on this game. Let's see what it is. Will Castro is probable here. Willie Castro probable here for the Rockies today. And, man, the Rockies won yesterday 4-3. All right, to beat those Dodgers. Let's do it again. Rockies, come on, knock these guys off today. Roki Sasaki's in there, 6.23 ERA. Now Lorenzen, 8.1 ERA. I get it. Bad starting, though, and the Dodgers finally lost a game. So maybe they can lose another one here, the Rockies. Rockies getting the old plus, and why not? Look, I don't often want to go with these guys. In fact, the game's off the board here right now. At one book anyway. Do we know what's going on here yet? I want to wait a second here all of a sudden to see what's going on, but I don't think it's going to matter too much here. I mean, look, maybe the Dodgers will stomp them here a little bit, but I'd rather take a little plus at plus $1.25 or so on the run line. If the Dodgers lost one game, it's going to be close today. I'm taking the Rockies here today, plus a run and a half. Maybe the Dodgers will be all steamed here, but I don't know. For Sasaki, 5 whip. Don't look at me now, but Lorenzen's got a 2.2 whip. Maybe it's set it for a big time over after 2 unders. 7 runs and 8 runs were scored in the first 2 games overall, but maybe the conditions are more a factor here. There's nothing special about the conditions here. Temperatures in the high 70s. Not much wind going on in this one. 5 miles an hour to left field. But, hey, the Rockies got it done yesterday, and maybe they can do it today. I'll just take them on the run line. I want to take them on the run line here against the Dodgers. Rockies have dropped 7 of 9. They've dropped 10 of their last 13 at home to the Dodgers. I can't read off any stats to, say why you would take the Rockies in this one. Dodgers have gone under in 5 of their last 6, and the Rockies have gone under in 4 of their last 5 coming in right now. So Rockies have also gone under in 6 of their last 7 at home. So maybe there is something to it. Dodgers are awesome. They're 15-5 right now. 11-9 though as a run line favorite. Colorado 13-8 as a run line underdog. I'm going to take Colorado here to get it done. A little plus money. I don't know if I want to do 2.5 right now, but would you have the final in the Ruin tournament? And Kostyuk did beat Padres there at in straight sets. Arthur Fees does lead Rublev here in the second set after winning the first set 6-2. But they're on serve in the second set. If Rublev can pull this one back, Fees was, like I said, a 240 favorite. Okay, anybody taking the rocks with me today? I'm gonna. Yurfie for Johnny. And I think Mark says that's advisable. JP Farley on the run line here. Mark says 1+3 rocks yesterday in the money line. They're going to do the same today. And it's the number, not the game, right? 280. It's early in the season. Do have a little bit of breaking news. Now we know why. Here it is, guys. Take the Dodgers right now if the line hasn't moved just yet. And here's the reason why. This line is all the way down from 280 to minus 220. Now look, no player is worth this much, but this news just in. Freddie Freeman is hitting the paternity list. His wife's having a baby here today, so he's going to miss a game or maybe two. And a lot of people are starting to pour in. The money's pouring in on the under right now as well. So this game has gone from, 280 right there down to 240, even 220. Come on. Freddie actually is not worth 60 cents. I would almost – look, I'm already on. I just said take the Rockies or whatever. We're giving you the breaking news. But Freddie ain't worth 30, ain't worth 40. This is not the move is wrong. Shouldn't be moving that much because one guy's out here right now. But hey, Freddie's going to have another baby there. Good job, Freddie. He's got a cute little family there, obviously. Everyone gets a kick out of it. Public Enemy going over there. I don't know if he knows the news or maybe he's still going over. That's fine. Rocky's money line here for 9 Legacy. Wondered why the game went off the board, right? Philly Eagle Flyers on Cleveland game. Nerfy, first 3 under, tied after the second inning. And nasty name. Obviously, when I see that, Nate, I got to think of all right. Mark says players being out never matters. It doesn't. Now we're taking our value away. Yeah, let's be fair. It does matter a little bit, but not. Come on, not. The Dodgers opened 290, right? For the most part, the sendout was 290, and now they're 220 here. Come on, Freddie ain't no 70-cent player. Overreaction.
Final notice.
Got to be honest. He's probably supposed to go back to the Dodgers right now at 220, but we're having fun. Craft. We're having fun, and I'm still a little under the weather, but okay. Here we go. White Sox and A's here in this one in Sacramento, it said yesterday on the uniforms. Athletics 11-10, White Sox 7-14. Got Schultz here going for the White Sox. Noah Schultz, 6.23 ERA, 0-1 record. A young pitcher here, but I will say this. I do like what I see from Schultz. Again, here's an American League game with more left-handers going. For Springs here, 1.45 ERA, 3-0 record. He's been very, very sharp, actually, here. And the A's are about $1.50 or even $1.60. That's a little bit tough to want to support at any level. It feels like there, doesn't it?
Halftime.
But let's see how you have it here. The A's did win yesterday 7-6. White Sox won the first one 9-2. White Sox are 7-14 here right now, 4-8 on the road. A's are 11-10, 7-3 in their last 10 games. This one still feels like a little bit too pricey here for the A's. Look, they've done a nice job here, and the White Sox, they are having their struggles here for sure. So, but I don't know, $1.50 or so. I'm going to take the over in this one in this park. here's the thing: the A's right now, they're 8-1 to the over at home, and no matter how you look at it, 4-0 to the over is a favorite. The White Sox are 13-8 to the over this season, 8-4 to the over on the road. Yes, Springs pretty good so far, but even in this park, got to be cautious here, and we'll see what happens with Schultz, the left-hander. But I'm going over. Let's go to the chat here in this one. And Public Enemy's on the over here. Farley's on the A's money line. Mark is going to take those White Sox on the money line. Also, Blake says go under in this one. I'm going over. I'm going over the 9.5. Hey, my Padres are on the road taking on the Angels here. In this one, Michael King goes for the Padres, 2.77 ERA, 2-1 record, 1.15 whip, 20 strikeouts. King's looking pretty good here so far. Reed Detmers, 3.57 ERA, 1-1 record, 108 ERA. Good pitching matchup here. It feels like to me with these two. For the Padres here, they've only won 9 of their last 10 overall. They are, interestingly enough, 1-5 against the Angels, the last 6 in Anaheim. Padres have won 5 of their last 7 on the road. Padres about to be sold here, so you're going to have a matchup. Not yet sold, but a gentleman from Puerto Rico is buying the team. He's born in Puerto Rico, but went to Princeton. And so you have the Angels were basically the first team owned, majority owner being a Hispanic, of Latino heritage, and the Padres will be the second, as Jose Feliciano is expected to get approved in purchasing the Padres. So Padres here have up here against the Angels. Angels over in 9 of their last 13 overall. 4 of their last 6 at home have gone over, but I don't know if that's going to be the case today with these two. I'm going with the under here in this one. Not spend too much time maybe with it here, but give me the under. Let's see what you have in the chat. I know I'm running a little long with this here today. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Okay, here we go. Angels money line for Public Enemy. Farley's on the Padres, though. Lorenzen got a 500 OPS versus the Dodgers. Take Colorado in there. Padres for Blake today. I'll take the under here in this one. We're almost ready to wrap it up here. A few games left, and the show will be over. Rangers and Mariners here. Got a right-hander finally. Woo goes for the Mariners. Mackenzie Gore for the Rangers. Gore is off to a pretty okay start here. 3 ERA, 2-1 record. Woo, 2.16 ERA, 0-2 record here in this one. Mariners going to be about $1.45 favorite here right now, but they haven't been playing that well. They were on a losing streak before they finally won the game there yesterday, 7-3. Texas kind of had Seattle's number here too, so I don't know. I mean, Gore here. Rangers come in with an 11-10 record. Seattle 9-13 coming into this one. So I don't know. I'm Rangers at an underdog price here. Now, don't think I'd be interested in the run line or anything, but let's see what you have here in this one. Now, Seattle is 8-5 at home, but 8-11 is favorites so far this year. So, all right, let's see though what you think here in this one with Texas on the road. Not doing too shabby here comparatively, and Seattle's had these problems. Seattle's kind of owned Texas at home, like I said, but Texas had been, they swept a series late last year at home, a 4-game set from Seattle. It wasn't late last year, but I kind of want to take the Rangers in this one. I don't think I'm going to get involved with the run line. I'm going to take the Rangers here on the money line, and this one over Seattle at plus $1.25 or so. I think that's what I want to do. The low total environment here in this one, you got to think it's probably going to be, it's 7 there, so 7 flat. Let's go to the chat here real quick. Blake took the Padres in that other game. Soler to hit a home run today, says Big O. Public Enemy's on the Rangers. Under for Blake. Johnny says he's got a Nerfy in this one. Farley's going on the under. And Nine Legacy says back to Seattle. It's a Seattle spot here. It feels like a pretty high price for a team that's struggling. That's all. All right, let's keep it moving here. We're cooking a little bit, so we can get this done and get out to Fees that broke Rublev, so he's going to win the match there. It looks like. I think he's. Oh, Rublev is going to break him back here, but then Fees will be serving for the match next game. Okay, Blue Jays and Diamondbacks here. It looks like a pick'em here right now with these two, huh? Blue Jays having their struggles, boy. Now they do have Gosman pitching here. 2.41 ERA, 0-1 record coming in. Ryan Nelson's been fine. 3.5 ERA, 1-1 record coming in. Toronto's lost 4 straight. The Diamondbacks have won 4 straight, so maybe the Blue Jays can sum up the courage here to get a win, but they are 7-13 right now. Definitely one of the worst records in the league. Arizona, like I said, about a week to 10 days ago, I had moved Arizona quickly and rapidly up my power ratings here, and I think they've shown that was indeed the case with this 8-2 run here right now, 7-2 at home. Yeah, they're chasing the Dodgers and the Padres, but I like this Arizona team. I think they could get a wild card for sure, despite the tough division, especially if we're going to see such poor play from the Giants and the Rockies here. Toronto's 1-7 on the road. I'm taking Arizona in this one. I don't know. Let's get Toronto back home. Let's let them regroup and recoup a little bit. They lost the series in Milwaukee there, and or was it a split? I don't know, but they like I said, they're 1-7 in their last 8. I guess they couldn't have split. So I'm going to take Arizona here right now. Arizona's 12-8 to the under at home, 8-5 to the under to the over. 12-8 to the over overall, 8-5 to the over as a dog here. Toronto 1-7. Let me get this straight. Arizona 5-1 straight up in their last 6, 4-1 their last 5 at home. 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two have gone over here in Arizona. Arizona's gone over in 8 of the last 9 against Toronto overall. But I'm going to take Arizona here in this one. Okay, Mark's on the Rangers. Farley's on the D-backs. Blake's on the D-backs. And Mark says, give me the D-backs team total over. We're almost done, gang. Thank you so much. Here's the game we were talking about. Good pitching matchup here. Framber Valdez, Garrett Crochet. This one's at 4:35 Eastern, 1:35 Pacific time now as this one kind of gets moved up a little bit. So let's see what you got here. Good starters. Detroit, Boston's won 2 of 3. Detroit's won 2 of 3. Rubber match here between these two after yesterday's game was 4-1 in favor of Detroit. The game previously 1-0 Boston. So you got two teams not really producing many runs. You got two great left-handers here in Valdez and Crochet. Valdez a 1.29 whip, 3.75 ERA for Crochet, 7.57 ERA. I don't think anybody's getting all bent out of shape about Crochet's numbers. 1.58 the whip coming in. I'm just going to take the under in this one. I expect these two to go at it here a little bit. We didn't see very many runs yesterday. I figure it'll probably be the same type of game here today. Total is 7. I get that. It's already gone down a little bit, it looks like. But I'll take the under here in this one between the Red Sox and the Tigers here. Tigers have won 7 of their last 8. They've beaten Boston 7 of the last 10. Detroit just 1-9 on the road right now in their last 10. 3-9 on the road overall. 2-4 as an underdog. Meanwhile, Boston 2-6 to the under at home, and 5 straight meetings between the two teams in Fenway have gone under. Detroit's gone under in 4 of 5. I got to go under here in this one. Farley's on the Tigers. Big O's on Boston. Blake is on Boston.
Final.
9 Legacy says Tigers money line. Blue Jays money line.
Lineup.
That might be it for that one. I know we're going a little fast. We're down to the final game. So we've got the Braves taking on the Phillies here on Sunday Night Baseball. Got for the Braves here, Grant Holmes goes 3.32 ERA, and Andrew Painter 3.76 ERA and a 1-0 record. So a couple good young guys going here right now with this matchup. Feels like maybe a decent pitching matchup in this one, especially with the total here has gone down from 8.5 to 8. So feels like the Sharps are kind of playing the under here. Atlanta 1-3 to the under as an underdog, and yesterday's game was just 3-1. Now the first game was 9-0 in favor of the Braves. It still went under there in that one because the Phillies couldn't score, and the Phillies are having trouble scoring a little bit all of a sudden. Braves have owned the Phillies here of late. They've won, I think, 5 in a row over them overall. 5 straight meetings between these two teams in Philly have gone under. 5 straight games overall have gone under between the two. Atlanta's gone over in 8 of their last 12. Atlanta's cooking here, though. A little bit of late, 6-3 in their last 9, and 5-1 in their last 6. So I'm going to go with the under, though. Give me the under here in this one with the Braves and the Phillies, and I think the show's over right now. I think the show's over. Thanks, everybody. Let's get the comments on this last one. Braves money line here. Marks cash those Braves. Philly Eagle Flyers on the other. Big O is going over. Public Enemy likes the Braves. Philly Eagle Flyer leaning to the Braves again. Thanks a lot, everybody. I think we've covered a lot of great sports here right now. Had a great day overall. Everybody have a great day, and join me back here tomorrow for more morning steam. I'll probably be 100% by then. So, all right, that's gonna do it here. Hopefully I can get a college baseball card going here today. A couple games are already underway, but I just couldn't do it. I was still not quite 100% and had to, we had to do this MMA show. So I'll look to the college card here a little bit, maybe with the 1 o'clock starts, try to get back on track a little bit with my college plays there at winnable.com. Go over to winnable.com/Ramon. Hey, I didn't do the drawing here today, so use the promo code LIVE if you'd like one free week of plays from me over at winnable.com. That's LIVE. Go to winnable.com/Ramon, enter promo code LIVE, subscribe for 1 week. You'll get 1 week for free, and you can check out how it works over at winnable.com. All right, that's going to do it. Really appreciate everyone in the chat. You really made it fun for me today after I was feeling kind of bummed out when you get a little under the weather and then the computer's not working and still not really working here very good, but feeling a little better. So it's because of you guys perking me up. All right, that's going to do it here for the Sports Money Network. I'm Ramon Scott. So long from Las Vegas. Thank you.
That's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steal. Ramon Scott. Sports money. Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.